ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, week 4 of the AD2L Season 31 Archon League is done. I believe everyone's games have been played. We do not have a schedule yet, so I'm going to have to re-record that on Wednesday, I think, or Tuesday. Sometime, probably tomorrow, I guess. So if you're on... No, because you guys won't see this. Probably went... Well, I guess by the time you guys see this, you guys will have already put in the score. But Big Dingoes and Grin Swift, I believe, was a 1-1, but no one has updated the score on the website, so we're waiting for that before we can do predictions and rankings. I mean, I could probably do rankings, but... So I guess I was going to say, if you're on those teams, let your captains know, but you guys aren't going to see this until after it's done, so I can include predictions. So I guess that whole section that I planned out was not really needed. Regardless, this is the first week everyone played on a new patch. I think I have a general understanding of the patch, and I think it'll be a good week, so let's jump in. So, first game of the series, or first game of the week was Extra versus No Void Spirit. According to Dan Rather, one player didn't show on No Void Spirit. I think I remember him having issues, and they very last minute tried to find a stand-in. They tried to reschedule, couldn't get a line before next reschedule, so unfortunately it was a forfeit for Extra. I think this is literally the first forfeit I've had since I started making videos. Kind of crazy. But anyway, so that was the first game this week. Okay, second game of the week. Basically what happens is the most recent match ends up being the top of Dota Buff when I find it. So those usually tend to be the first game, and the least recent match tends to be the last game. So if you're ever wondering why I choose the order of the games, that's why. So first series, we got Rats and Bunnies versus All Prey Groot. Jumping in, Rats and Bunnies went with the Leshrac, the Crystal Maiden, Earth Spirit, Underlord, and Sven. I think Leshrac is pretty... I think the shard is pretty crazy. Groot went with PL, I think is like the best hero on the patch. Invoker, Toad Hunter, Lich, and Lina. I think Lina got some buffs. I don't know how great she is. I think Lich is okay. I think PL is a really good hero right now. I think the Leshrac is a pretty good way to deal with that. So I'm going to give Rats and Bunnies game 1. I think Leshrac shard, like I said, is pretty good. And they also have Sven. So I'm gonna give it to Rats and Bunnies. Game number 2, Rats and Bunnies went with a Puck, a Faceless Void, a Lina, a Drow Ranger, and a Centaur War Runner. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate this. Is this a 5-position Void? I've seen this get picked up a little bit. I don't have an opinion on it. I haven't played it. Grew went with Oracle, Wraithkane, Phoenix, Viper, and Faceless Void. Enigma. It looks like they tried to counterpick the Faceless Void. I think these two picks are really good against Faceless Void. And then it turned out that it was... it was a 5-position. You got huge team fight here on All Prey Groot. You don't really have a great person to pair with the Oracle, but yeah, I mean, I think that the only way to stop this team fight is Puck, right, or the Faceless Void Chrono. So I actually like Groot here. I think the team fight's really good. The carries, interesting. But that was Black Hole, so now I feel like you can probably go high ground on Rats and Bunnies. 4v2 still. This does so much damage on Puck. I love Offlane Viper. I don't even know how good it is right now. That Corona. Oh no. Is that medium hammer? That was kind of a deep egg. They almost could have got it. Oh, what a root by Oracle there. I'd probably saved the egg, honestly. I mean, I don't know if Lena could have killed the egg by himself, but good silence. Silence. Do you have cheese? Yes. Working on the Viper. Well, overall it was a 2-0 for Rats and Bunnies. It felt like there weren't a lot of team fights in this series, which is kind of crazy because that's not necessarily true. I didn't watch the whole game, so like this could have been a team fight with only 3 dead. This could have been a team fight. These could have been team fights, but usually there's like a team wipe or something that I go to, but there wasn't a lot in either game, and this game had like Omega team fight for both sides, it felt like, so kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, it looks like Rats and Bunnies played really well. I think Groot is a really good team. I know they're in Europe, but I feel like, I mean, I think they're in Europe. I just know they have a issue. But I think I think this is an impressive series by Rats and Bunnies to 2-0 them, because I think Groot is a very good team. So overall, I think it was a pretty decent series. 2-0. I mean, I would have liked to see a 1-1, but I also like 1-1s every series because I like close games. It just looked like Rats and Bunnies held their advantage really well once they took like a good team fight, but I don't know. It seemed like a good series though. Pretty impressive. All right, third series of the day, we have WSS Harpies versus Dire. I think this is a pretty good series. I think they played last year in the playoffs. I think Dire knocked them out, if I remember correctly, but it's very possible someone else knocked out Harpies. I honestly cannot remember. But jumping in, Dire, they went with a Pugna, a Medusa, an Oracle, a Hoodwink, and a Darkseer. This was the first Hoodwink I've seen. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are more Hoodwinks, but this is the first one I've seen. Crazy. Harpies went with Axe, Leshrac, Ursa, Grimstroke, and Omni Knight. This is actually the Leshrac game I saw with the Shard, and I was like, wow, that's actually kind of insane. I think overall, I actually don't mind this Pugna pick against the Leshrac. You can Decrepify Ursa. I think that's a really good pick. That being said, I think Grimstroke's really strong. I don't think Hoodwink's in a good spot. I don't know about Darkseer. 54% win rate. Holy cow. Okay, apparently Darkseer is really good. I think I'm going to go with Harpies draft. I just don't really like the Hoodwink. I don't really love Omni Knight either. 50. Okay, well, guys, I have no idea about this patch clearly, but I think I'm gonna go with the Harpies draft. I was gonna say, I feel like that Medusa so far up, you just go on it. Good ulti by Grimstroke there. Ooh, good ulti by Medusa though. Freezes the Ursa. He's gotta have Ancient's Fate, yeah. Ooh, snipe with Hoodwink. Ooh, that was actually a sick move by Ursa, just know he could turn. Big call by Axe. Yeah, that's a big team fight. And Medusa's caught. No ulti this time. 5v1. Don't think she's farmed enough. Tough. Game 2, Dire went with Anti-Mage, Dragon Knight, Jakiro, Viper, and Pudge. Harpies went with Gyrocopter mid, Bristleback, Grimstroke, Lena, and Juggernaut. This is wicked greedy. I mean, you have 3 cores that want to farm. I mean, it's a good combo here. This is interesting. There's like no team fight here at all, so you just have to split push, which is essentially what an Anti-Mage does. So it's a good Anti-Mage draft. I don't like Pudge though. I think Pudge, it just doesn't feel like it does too much. If you're behind, it does nothing, and if you're ahead, you have to win wicked hard, which is not really how Anti-Mage plays, I feel like. I still think Anti-Mage is a great hero. So I'm going to go, I mean, this is so greedy. I'm going to go with Dire. I think this is just way too greedy, honestly. I mean, everyone needs items here. Everyone on the whole team, so. Lincoln Sphere on the Jug. See, I mean, they went with Pudge and Dragonite, 2 heroes I just feel like don't really contribute to the team past like 15 minutes, unless the Pudge is just literally never misses hook shots and just makes every team fight 4v4 because he sucks, so he's not gonna count it for me. I mean, that's just my opinion on Pudge. That's why I basically never pick a Pudge draft. I've seen him be pretty okay recently, mostly just because BSJ was talking about it, but or maybe it was Jenkins. I don't know. I could see it working. I just really don't love it, you know. Well, this series was a 2-0 for Harpies. It's good to see Harpies finally hitting their stride. I kind of thought they would be top tier basically all season, but they started off a little slow, so now they're hitting their stride. I think Dyer haven't quite figured out the patch yet. That being said, I think they're still a very good team, so this was an impressive 2-0 for Harpies. Both games, it looked like the Harpies just had a team fight and they held their advantage really well, which is, you know, what they do. They group up early, they push, and that's like the Harpies strat. Yeah, I mean, both games were pretty close until the Harpies just took over. Impressive series for Harpies. Dyer will bounce back. I'm positive of it. All right, fourth series, we got FOTP versus Unrivaled. I heard a lot about this series. This is probably the series I was most excited about to cover and look into, so let's see. Game 1, Unrivaled went with Dark Willow, Spectre, Leshrac again, probably went with Shard, yep, Phoenix, and Mars. This is a great team fight right here. The Leshrac I think is pretty good. I don't love Spectre, but Spectre's always good. And Willow, wow, some really good team fight. Kind of greedy support duo, but that's okay. FOTP went with Snapfire, Jug, Lina, Dragon Knight, and Dazzle. I hate Dragon Knight offlane. I think it's terrible. I'm going to go with Unrivaled here. I think this team fight's really good. I think Jug's pretty good, but still, I'm going to go with Unrivaled. Actually, Snapfire's also really good, and Dazzle, but I'm just going to go Unrivaled here. Sheesh. Is this for Megas? No, it's a for lane. Dude, this less shard is crazy. Oh, combo breaker. Ooh, kind of bounced the Lina. Oh, what a grave Kaiser. Still gonna die, I bet. Yeah, I'd do it. Egg in the background. JoJo kills it pretty much instantly, as Snapfires do. 3v3 here. Spectre's up in 5. Tough. Oh! I was gonna say, that might have saved him, but I don't think so. Sheesh. This Jug is fat. Has he popped up Solar Crest? Yeah. Solar Crest is so good right now. He's got the shard, which allows him to attack. Yeah. JoJo tipping the Phoenix. Oh! Black Dragon, Tim and the Enchanter. The Spectre. Poor Spectre. Game 2. FOTP went with Marana, Gyrocopter, Puck, Sandcan, and Dazzle. I like this draft way better out of them. I think the Tim Enchanter Sandcan is really good, if I remember correctly. And Unrivaled went with Anti-Mage, Grimstroke, Chikiro, Sladar, and Venge. Okay, I mean, it's not bad, the 4 Protect 1 here, and it's just an Anti-Mage game. Again, I really just don't love Anti-Mage. I guess the mid-Venge was pretty good, from what I heard. I just don't. I mean, I guess it's good from what people have been saying. I just don't love it. I actually like FOTP's draft here a lot, so I'm gonna go with them here. I know obviously Unrivaled won, but still, I'll go with FOTP's draft. I like it. Unrivaled decides it's time to defend. AM's TPing back. They mean business. Sladar with a 3-man stun. That was pretty big. AM on the back line. JoJo has to instantly Ghost Scepter. Damn, AM's doing the work. Nothing Kaiser can do in the background. All these buybacks. FOTP coming in. Oh, they killed the creep. The swap on the Dazzle. Oh, and it's an illusion swap. So even if you put all that to kill the Venge, this is what they're talking about. You do all that to kill the Venge, it's still up killing it, and you just don't want to waste more cells on it. Wow, that's pretty big. What a great freaking series, dude. You love to see it 1-1 unrivaled versus FOTP. The Kings have lost a game. It can be done, everyone. Pretty great. So basically what they're saying with this Venge is just it has 100% uptime. You don't even care if you die on the Venge. So you're like swapping in to start team fights and dying, but it doesn't matter because you can still cast spells, and if you just build stats because you can't use items, you're still huge. So he had 14 deaths, but he really doesn't care because he's up basically the whole time. Like, look at all these times he died. He's still in team fights, and it's like, okay, FOTB either has to waste more time trying to kill it or they move on and then the Venge kills him. I understand why it's good. I just don't love it. I feel like there are better mids out there that do other things. But then again, I mean, he had 17 kills, 18 assists. They ended up winning against FOTP, so that's probably game of the week for sure. I mean, look at all these team fights. Look at all up and down this whole game was. 12K net worth at one point, unless I'm wrong. Can't tell. 11K, 11.5, yeah. So, really good series. You love to see it. Probably going to be my series of the week. I mean, we'll see at the end of this. This game wasn't as close, so maybe it's not. Maybe we get 2 close games, but so far. Series number, what are we on? Series number 5? Yeah, series number 5. We got Dingoes versus Grin Swift. Dingoes went with Phoenix, Slark, Underlord, Wind Ranger, and Snapfire. Snapfire, again, I think is a really good hero here. And they covered their bases here, so they went with the Snapfire, then the Phoenix. Snapfire is like one of the best counters to Phoenix. Grin went with Puck, Gyrocopter, Tusk, Warlock, and Tidehunter. I think Warlock is a really good hero this patch. I like the Tusk. You don't really have a way to kill the Phoenix Egg other than like Gyrocopter from afar, or I guess Puck if you go right click, which I assume he did. I feel like that's the regular thing. I don't really love this draft otherwise, though. I like the team fight here. I think the Snapfire and Phoenix are really good for team fight. Slark is a good snowbally hero, and Underlord's a good like just tank, but I like Grin's draft. I don't think it makes your ultimate any better than before. I really like going Holy Locket on Warlock. But I mean, I'm no Holy Locket, or I'm no Warlock god. The big team fight. You get the ulti off? Wow, really good team fight out of Dingo Boys here. Shoo. Wow, with all those team fight ultis, Dingoes still won that fight. I'm impressed. Game 2, Dingoes went with Clockwork, Void Spirit, Grimstroke, PL, and Underlord again. Pretty solid. Grin Swift went with Sven, Warlock, Beastmaster, Phoenix, Centaur. So here's the Warlock again, the Sven to counter the PL. You got the Beastmaster, I think is really good with his Q. Phoenix. I really like the Clockwork, the PL. I think they kind of counter it, not greatly. I guess Centaur's okay against it too. I mean, he's really good as well. I think I want to go with Grins again. I just like this Warlock. I think the Phoenix is okay. You don't really have a great way to kill it, so I'll go with Grin Swift again. Oh, he's just blinking. Blind blink. Oh, that hook shot was sick. That was such a good hook shot, actually. Wow. This Sven must have... I don't even know how they kill him so fast. This Sven is just fat, I guess. Holy moly. What a great way to start a fight. And Dire still. Wow. Another 1-1. Dingoes continue to impress me this season. I think I had them as one of the lower teams, and they just keep coming out here, taking games off teams. Grin, I think, is a pretty decent team, so I think this is a really good series. A lot more team fights in this series. This game 1 was very close for 35 minutes till that team fight I showed. Very back and forth. At one point, maybe a 5K lead, and then it was just back to even, and that one team fight did it for Dingoes. And then game 2 was a lot of team fights. I thought Grin does have better team fight. Yeah. So very back and forth though, 30 minutes, and then they almost came back, but Grin ended up holding it in the end. So this was a really good game too. Very good series overall. I'm impressed with both teams, so I really like it. 6th series of the week. We got Whip P versus Victoria's Secret 6-player. Jumping in now. Whip P went with a Lycan, a Pudge, a Necrophos, an Ursa, and a Grimstroke. Wow, I like 2 of these picks out of 5. I actually don't think Necro's bad. I don't really love him in the offlane, but I think Lycan's a bad hero right now. 39% win rate, and I think Pudge just doesn't really do too much for your draft. Victoria's Secret went with a Baden, Sniper, Jakiro, Shadow Shaman, and Lion. Holy cow. So a lot of supports here, it looks like. Sniper's their carry. It looks like a very clear 4 protect 1. I think this Abaddon can get farmed. I think this Jakiro can do really good early game. I'm going to go with Victoria's Secret here. I think Lycan's just a terrible hero right now. Interesting. They're Roshan, Whip P, no, a very close game at this point. 2k net worth lead for Whip P, and they're going to take this fight. Gets the hook out of Roche. It's not really the person you want to hook there, but... Oh, double Reaper's Scythe. That's pretty big. Can really do a lot of damage to Sniper. Lycan looks like he's going to go down. He has the BKB. Ursa comes in here just killing people. Holy moly. Good hook by Pudge again. Oh, I missed the kill up here, it looks like. Sheesh, this is hard. Are they going to kill the Ursa, actually? Wow. Oh, they don't! Holy moly. Dude. Went down to 60. He went down. Holy cow. That was probably the closest team fight I've seen in a very long time. They were literally 1 auto attack away from 2 heroes for just making it even. Instead, it's a, what, 2k net worth lead in Whip P's favor? Holy cow. What a close team fight. Game 2. Victoria's Secret went with the Dazzle, the Mid-Venge, Clockwork, Abba, and Disruptor. Who's their carry? Oh, it's a carry Venge. Mid-Dazzle. Wow. Crazy draft. Whip P went with Puck, Venomancer, Shaman, Alchemist, and Grimstroke. I love Grimstroke. Venomancer is kind of a weird hero here. I think Puck's still in a decent spot. I really love Disruptor. You have to have a very good run at your draft, which I think they do. I just don't really know how you kill this Alchemist, really. You get hookshotted and then he just ulties. Like, you don't really have a great way to kill him. They did go Spirit Vessel, but still, I'm going to go with Whip P's draft here. It's hard. I'd love to have an Axe here on Disruptor, but it looks like it's a close game. He doesn't really have a chance to farm. Only 4k net worth, yeah. The Shaman. Almost. I think he got it back now. Wait for Glimpse to come off cool. Oh, this Clockwork's just going in, actually. Is that going to heal? Yeah, he's got the Shard. Wow. Good grave by Dazzle. Ends up getting the Shaman kill because of it. Ooh, they glimpse back the Alchemist. That was big. Does Clockwork even die? Clockwork might die. The Alchemist, does he stay alive? Oh, the swap. Oh, wait a second. Sorry, I should let RO9 cast.
The Alchemist on their dom trying to heal up and sustain his team. They're trying to get the Veno. Can they get the Puck? There's Veno wards absolutely everywhere. Puck trying to clean up for his team. However, he might be getting caught out here. Nope, he looks like he will be. Oh, nope, well, he on the side. They're trying to do him. They're trying to die.
Almost got the blink off.
He's trying. Nope, Frat going to die. Chad Frathouse dying to Tyler. Double kill on the Venge.
I mean, I think this might have to be the series of the week. This is just such a fun series to watch, and it was insane. Like, both games were wicked close. This game, this team had a 66k net worth lead at the end, but looking for the first 45 minutes, it was back and forth. And for half an hour, Whip P, I think, right? Yeah, Whip P had an advantage, and it went up to 66k. I've never seen an AD2L game has 66k net worth advantage. That is insane to me. And they still lost a team fight when they were 53k up. 53k net worth advantage, and Victoria's Secret ends up winning a team fight. I mean, this is insane. And then this game was so close for 30 minutes, and then they took 2 back-to-back team fights and just skyrocketed up. I mean, insane. Absolutely insane. I think this might have to be series of the week. Sorry, FOTP and Unrivaled. Got a better game one, maybe, but these were just 2 crazy games. It looks like a very fun series to watch as well. I mean, some of the picks in here, look at here, is insane. I mean, Disruptor, you love to see that. I mean, I love to see it, so everyone probably does. And then game 1, there was a Pudge. I mean, crazy. A Lycan. Who picks Lycan? Crazy. And wins. Series number 7. We got Mary Todd Lincoln Forever Young versus In Fate. Let's jump in. MTL went with a Sand Cane, a Shaman, a Huskar, a Hoodwink, and a Enigma. I know Aelrath was playing a bunch of Hoodwink. Now it's Captain's Mode. I expect to see it way more. I still don't love the hero. Then with Carry Huskar, interesting. In Fate, Ursa, Ogre, Centaur, Marana, and Dazzle. So mid Marana. I don't love the Hoodwink. I know Aelrath plays it a lot. I wish they went with either a Dazzle or an Oracle instead of Shadow Shaman 5 position here. Oh, they went with Enigma 5 position. Never mind. Still, actually don't mind that at all. You don't really have any team fight here. You have an escape. You don't have any great way to break the black hole. I actually like Mary Todd Lincoln's draft here. I think the team fight just wins. Huskar, I think, is really good right now. I don't love Hoodwink, but I know Aelrath plays it a lot, so I'll go with Mary Todd Lincoln here. Just going in deep. Killing the Shaman right away. Yeah. Right back on the Shaman. You got Enigma up with black hole. Oh! Oh, dude, insta-cancel on that? That's so unfortunate. Disarm on the Huskar is huge. Wow. So unfortunate for Mary Todd Lincoln there. I think if that black hole goes off, you just defend your base. Oh, that's tough. And I think... I mean, we'll see here. I could see how it would work on the Hoodwink. I just don't think it's a great hero right now. Jester coming in. This Marana's attacking so fast. I wonder if he has it. This Ursa's going off, bro. Wow. Interesting. Game number 2. Mary Todd Lincoln went with Shaman again, Underlord, Razor, Hoodwink, and Willow. So you don't really have any great carries here. I think the Razor's okay. In Fate went with Ursa again, Enchantress, Mars, Disruptor, and Quap. I think the Razor's wicked good against the Ursa. I think that cancels it out. Your 2 carries cancel out, or Mary Todd Lincoln has a better carry matchup there. Disruptor I think is really good if you run at them. This is a run at you lineup, except for Enchantress. I don't love the 5 position Enchantress. 4 position Disruptor. I really just don't love this Hoodwink. Is Willow okay? Willow's 51. Razor I think's good. Underlord's good. Shaman's good. I really love Disruptor. The team fight doesn't really synergize all that well. I mean, I guess you ulti with each other. Good run at you, actually. I mean, it's a really good run at you draft. I just think the Razor counters the Ursa too much. If they didn't have Razor, I'd pick Infate, absolutely. But this Razor is just so tough. I don't want to pick a Hoodwink draft 2 times in a row, but I think I'm gonna. I don't love Hoodwink, but Aelrath likes it. I think the Razor is such a good pick here. Oh. Oh, if that had latched. If that had latched, I think you just win this team fight. The 2 crits there on the Hoodwink here. Very long team fight. This team has been going on for like 2 minutes here at this point. Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. The Razor can't, or the Ursa can't do anything against a linked up Razor. Pretty big net worth swing there. This series again was very good. I think this is probably 2nd series of the week. I think I still got to go with Victoria's Secret versus Whip. That being said, this series was insane. Super close. Back and forth. The team fight here was really good on MTL, and then Infate just took really good fights, and they ended up winning there. And then game 2, I'll let the grass speak for itself. It was crazy. This is only a 45-minute game, and it was just up and down. It's absolutely insane. So I'd say 2nd series of the week. I think I still got to give Whip and Victoria's Secret. That being said, this Aelrath Hoodwink looked okay. I mean, he just goes all in on the crits on his Q. I don't know. I still don't love Hoodwink right now. I think he needs a couple buffs. I mean, what's his win rate? 46. Not as bad as Lycan, at least, but I don't know. I think there are better mids out there. That being said, Aelrath is definitely a better mid player than me, and they play some pretty crazy mids, so I don't know who I am to talk, but very back and forth game. Like I said, good series. Very good series. All right, series number 8 of the day. We got Pancake Spank versus Instigators. This is my series, so I know a little bit more about it, but I'll try not to talk too much. Jumping in, Pancake went with a Mid Invoker, a Lifestealer, a Shaman, a Treant Protector, and a Viper. Instigators went with a Warlock, a Storm Spirit, a Drow Ranger, an Offlane Tiny, and a Vengeful Spirit. I don't really love Offlane Tiny. I think Venge is a better mid right now than She has a 4 position. I think Treant and Viper were really good, especially against a Warlock. Against someone like me who doesn't have a lot of experience playing Warlock, I think that lane was really good. So I'm going to give Pancake Spank the draft here. I think Lifestealer again was probably one of the best heroes in the patch. I would say top 5. So I'll give Pancake here the draft. I think we could have done a little bit better with our 4 and 5 positions. And I think, you know, this team fight and this lane stage is really good. Run, Vengeful Spirit, run. Good blink. Treant ulti there, actually. Good Orchid on the Storm. Huge. Kill the Lifestealer. Swap by bench. Damn. Yeah, Treant just blanks out. Go Golem! Kill him! Sad. I probably won't show any of that, but Golem doing work. Game number 2, Pancake went with an Ember Spirit, a Grimstroke, a Lifestealer, a Viper, and a Lion. I don't like this draft as much as I did the last draft. And Instigators went with a Clockwork, an Ancient Apparition, a Dry Ranger, an Axe, and a Razor. I think the Razor counters the Lifestealer super hard. I think the AA counters the Lifestealer. I mean, they first 2'd the Lifestealer, so we were just like, alright, let's counter it. I like our draft better. I think the Grimstroke and Ember is a pretty good combo. That being said, I think you need more team fight instead of a Viper here off lane. I just don't think you can go Viper off lane here and then with these 2 cores. So yeah, I'm going to give Instigators a draft. Maybe biased, but it is what it is. Spirit going in. We don't see him with the Rocket. They're going to find the Axe here in a second. Yep. About to get him. Dude, what a freaking hook shot, actually. It's 1v4 and on the Razor. But like, what's the Lifestealer gonna do there when he loses all his attack damage? Dude, this team fight was so big for us. It went from a 12k net worth lead to a 6k from that. And then we were able to get Roche and take towers off of it. Huge team fight. I would say this is probably the 3rd or 4th series of the week. I'm probably biased. I don't know if I would put FOTP above it. I probably would, because game 1 wasn't close for us. And it wasn't close for FOTP. So I'd say FOTP versus Unrivaled was 3rd. Ours is 4th. I think both games Pancake Spank just like crushed us in the lane-in stage. And normally the first 15 minutes I would say is like our best 15 minutes. But I think Pancake like played super well. They took really good team fights and like just held their advantage, especially this game 1. I think was such a good example of that. I mean, there's like, it felt like nothing we could do all game because they won lane stage so hard and they just held their advantage. Game 2, on the other hand, was really back and forth. I think we took some really good team fights. Again, I think they crushed us in the lane stage, and then like we took this team fight, they won. This team fight was lucky for us. I like barely got the line in an AA ulti, and he died, and then we took a 5v4 team fight. The Lifestealer still was such a menace. I mean, he basically 1v4'd. 1v4'd and killed off the Axe, and then almost killed off everyone else. It was kind of crazy. And then the hook shot I showed, I think, saved the game for us, and then we just held our advantage really well. A very good game. Great group of guys. I had a lot of fun. So the last series I got for you guys this week, we got Hunt Beast Embrace versus Pot of Sloth. I actually don't know when this game was in retrospect to everyone else. I didn't have it to start, so I went back and found it, so it's just the last game we're gonna do. Jumping in, we got Pot of Sloth, Chad Thundercock, love the name. Puck, we got Mars, Dark Willow, Juggernaut, and Shaman. I think Jug Shaman is a pretty good lane, though it's a 4-position Shaman, 5-position Willow. Hunt went with AA, Chaos Knight, Mirana, Phoenix, and Bounty. I think Bounty Shard is nasty. I think AA is one of the highest win rates. They went with mid AA. Interesting. I think that it's a greedy support duo with Mirana, Phoenix, Mars, and Dark Willow is really good. I'm going to go with Pot of Sloth here. I think this is a wicked good team fighty draft. And you got a Jug to carry, so I like Pot of Sloth here. Hunt's going for the win here. They just won a small team fight. And Pot's going to try to defend. Good puck ulti, actually. That was crazy. They insta-kill the jug, though. That's not good. The AA gets off the A blast. I don't know if it hits the puck. The puck's going deep. He's going in. He's got buyback, though. No jug for this fight. Who is that? Bounty Hunter? Oh, good BKB. I think that was certain death if he doesn't get it. They're all so low. Oh, what a Mars ulti. Yeah, you're gonna kill everyone here. And now you gotta kill the Chaos Knight. They all buy back, actually. Chaos Knight just says, I'm playing the objective. We're objective gaming. Everyone else on my team can die, but I'm gonna finish this game. AA Blast comes in, kills the puck. That's actually huge. Now Chaos Knight decides to go after people. Nope, changed mine. Meanwhile, AA's off killing people. Chaos Knight's like, let me finish this game, dude. Wants it to be over. He has so much control. Oh, this Phoenix is doing so much damage. Fears the Phoenix. Chaos Knight kills the Willow. That's actually a hilarious voice line. Dude, this shaman is trying so hard to save the ancient here, but there's nothing he can do. Damn, what a fight. Game 2, Pot of Sloth went with Earth Spirit, Zeus, Sand King, Void, and Lich. So Void, Lich are good. You got damage from Zeus in the Chrono, and you got more teamfight from Sand King and Earth Spirit. This is like a little iffy. I don't know if they work that well together. I don't really know Earth Spirit all that well. Hunt went with a 4-position sniper, a Pango, a Nagasine carry, an Outworld Destroyer, and a Snapfire. This is so greedy. I think Snapfire is a wicked good hero this patch. You got the save from OD actually for the Chrono and the Song. I actually like OD. I like Hunt's draft actually. You can kind of disengage really well from team fights and then wait for their ultis to go out and then take good team fights you want. So I'm going to go with Hunt here actually, even though I don't love 4-position sniper at all. Snapfire ulti coming in, Pango going in. They decide to take this fight. They almost kill the Void. They do kill the Void, but that's an Aegis. Unfortunate. Naga Siren is going to Song. Can they kill anyone? Or does that just split up the fight? I guess. Oh, big Chrono by Void. Catches everyone, dude. Yeah, unfortunate. Naga buys back, though. Sniper 4-position. I mean, you can just disengage here as Pot of Sloth. But they're going to decide to kill the Naga Siren. Interesting. I love it. I mean, that's a dieback if you do. I think you just win the game. Aubrey's are doing so much work here on the OD. Oh, you guys can kill the... Oh, the cheese! Oh, if they kill Void there, they probably keep their defense, but the cheese was insane. Aubrey's are doing absolute bunch of damage back here. Oh, he's chasing Air Spirit. Might be a little bit of opposition here. The Void is objective gaming, much like the Chaos Knight last game. It's probably the same guy, I think, right? No, different teams. Another good series. Dude, what a great week overall. All the teams involved. Let's see. Both these games, I think, were pretty close until 1 or 2 team fights, right? Yeah, look at this game. This game was actually nuts. I mean, I think if the Chaos Knight doesn't hit Ancient there, they defend, and then all of a sudden it's a little bit like, okay, well, we just got team wiped. I mean, I know they were all trying to go for kills, not necessarily hitting objectives there, but it becomes a little iffy. So I think good play by your Chaos Knight there to just end the game, and Shaman did everything he could, dude. Gotta commend him. So really good game 1, and then game 2, who was this? Pot of Sloth held their advantage really well. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know where it went wrong. You got a really good team fight with Pot of Sloth, so you just got to avoid team fights here on Hunt's Embrace. Find pickoffs and split push. So, overall, really good series. Alright, you guys are just going to have to deal with my camera looking all weird. I don't want to like block any of the names. Maybe I just put it in the corner. I don't know. I can't do predictions this week, but I can do rankings. So update it with everyone's record. FOTP I'm going to keep here. Unrivaled I'm going to keep here. They won 1. Harpies I'm going to keep here. I'd love to move them up. I mean, they got a better record than Harpies have a better record than Unrivaled, but I'm going to keep them at 3. Gru ended up getting O2'd by R&B, so I'm going to move R&B up to 4. And Groot will move down to 5. I think Dara got O2'd by Harpies. I think there's just a clear top 3 teams, and then R&B are almost there. Hunt and Extra both 2-0. Extra got a forfeit, so I don't really want to move him up. Void Spirit got a forfeit. I don't want to move him down. Probably going to keep it like this for now. Pot of Sloth, they 1-1. Who did Pot of Sloth 1-1? Actually, Hunt. Yeah, and like I said, Hunt's been playing really well, so we'll keep them there. Dingoes and Grin 1-1. Wib and actually, I'm going to keep MTL. Can I move up? No, they 1-1. Who did MTL 1-1? MTL 1-1 in Fate. I think I'm going to keep it exactly like this. The only team I'm moving is R&B up 2 spots. Otherwise, I think that I'm going to keep the rankings the exact same. I mean, I think it's all wicked close throughout the league, so it's hard for me to say, especially with all the 1-1s we just had. Like, here, I'll read out the teams and then I'll do this. So we got FOTP keeping their spot at 1. Unrivaled, I'll keep it at 2, even though they got a worse record than Heartbeats just because they played FOTP. Harpies I'm going to keep at 3. I think it's going to be FOTP versus Harpies this week. I am really excited to see that. We'll see in like 30 seconds when I do predictions. R&B moved up to 4. They're playing really well. You love to see it. Groot I'm going to keep at 5. They got O2'd, but I think the team's still really good. Dire I'm going to put at 6. I think Dire's really good. They got O2'd, but I still think they're pretty good. Void Spirit I'll put at 7. They forfeited. I wish Void Spirit versus Hunt would have been such a good game. Or not Hunt, Extra would have been such a good game, so wish I could have seen it. Hunt, I think, has been playing really good. Keep him at 8. Extra, like I said, I wish I saw that series. Keep at 9. Pot of Sloth, 10. Dingoes, 11. Whippy, 12. Grin Swift, 13. Victoria's Secret, 6-player, 14. MTL, 15. Infate, 16. Gator, 17. And Pancake Spank, 18. Actually, you know what? I might switch around Gator and Pancake. I think Pancake played really well against us, so I think they dominated us in the lane stage. I'll put Pancake 17, Gator 18. Otherwise, rankings are staying the same, basically, so 2 teams moved. Very good week. I'm excited to see if the matchups continue to be this good. This probably was the best week yet. A lot of 1-1, so good job. Here are our predictions, and I'm going to look different. What's up? It's your boy Chad. I look a little different. Wearing a hat today. I got my wet sweat tee on. That's about it. Here with some predictions for you. Let's jump in. So, Grin vs. Victoria's Secret. This is going to be a hype series. I think both these teams are pretty good. I'm going to say 1-1 off the bat. We'll see. FOTP versus Harpies. This is going to be a super hype series. I think this might be the first 1-1 I'm giving FOTP all season so far. Unless I give them week 1. I'm pretty sure first time all season I'm giving them 1-1. So, that's really excited. 0-2 every week for FOTP. Really excited for that. Probably going to be my pregame series of the week. We'll see. Dire versus Void Spirit. I think this will be a 1-1. I think both these teams are pretty good. Upper middle of the pack. Unrivaled versus R&B. This is going to be another good series. I want to give a slight edge to Unrivaled just because of how they've been playing. But R&B have also been playing really good. They 1-1 Harpies to start the season. I'll say this is going to be a 1-1. But I would not be shocked if Unrivaled 2-0. And honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if R&B 2-0 either. I think both teams are playing really well right now. Extra vs. Hunt, this is going to be a super exciting matchup as well. I think All Rooster and Dan Rather and Shu used to be on the team last season, and then they made new teams, and this is kind of the culmination of both those teams, so I'm really excited for this. I'm going to say it's a 1-1. Both these teams, I think, middle of the pack. Meriton Lincoln versus Dingoes. Dude, Dingoes have been playing so well. Meriton Lincoln have been playing well too. I'm going to give the edge to Dingoes here. I think the Dingoes are just on a hot streak. I think these are 2 pretty even teams. In Fate versus Pancake Spank, I'm going to say is 1-1. Both these teams, I think, in the bottom 3 right now, but I think are pretty close in skill, so I'll say 1-1. Pulsoff versus Groot. I want to give a Groot the edge here, but they did just get 2-0'd. Now, I'll still give Groot the edge here. I think Pulsoff has been playing really well as well, but I think Groot is just a really good team. And then Whippy versus Gator, I'll give Whippy the edge. I think we've been playing a lot better in our pubs recently, but I think Whippy's a little bit better. I wouldn't be shocked if we took a game off them, or if we 2-0'd. Like I said, we've been playing really well, but I think Whippy's a very good team. So overall, these are my predictions for the week. Short and sweet. Yeah, short and sweet. I say that it's been 2 minutes, but good luck this week. See you guys in 2 days. Have fun.